Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we have reached verse 14. So let us read it together. Serene-minded, fearless, firm in the vow of a brahmachari, having controlled the mind, thinking of me and balanced in mind, let him sit, having me as his supreme goal. So we saw before how to put the seat, how to arrange the body on the seat, how to focus the mind, and now we get to what's really happening in the practice. Serene-minded, the mind is tranquil, fearless. Why is it so important? First, to take up the practice, we need courage. Remember, we heard Swami Shivananda says, nil desperandum. There will be so many obstacles. You will see your failures in the beginning. You might get bored. Have courage. Do not despair. Also, if every little thing throws us out of balance because we are full of fears, we will never be able to get the mind serene. Being in a state of fear is actually the opposite of having a serene mind. So we need to cultivate fearlessness. And of course, there are techniques and beautiful teachings on how to do that. Swami Shivananda tells us he should be fearless. This is the most important qualification. A timid man or a coward is very far from self-realization. So one of the famous teachings of Swami Shivananda, do not bleat like a lamb, roar om, om, om as the lion of Vedanta. Remember, you have so much strength and abilities within you. Do not be discouraged. So it's a very important point here. So after the fearlessness comes firm in the vow of a brahmachari, meaning not wasting the sexual energy. And in the same way that when it came to solitude, we said you can only practice it to the degree that your life circumstances allow it. Here it's the same. So brahmacharya, Swami Shivananda tells us, means continence. It's basically preserving our sexual energy. So if a person is fully a renunciate, celibate, then this is one lifestyle. But again, this practice, Arjuna, for instance, who received this teaching, was a householder, a family man. So it is said, practice brahmacharya in accordance to your life circumstances. So for instance, for a householder, a practice of brahmacharya will be to be faithful to one's partner. And then within the relationship, there can be more guidance depending on the disposition of the couple and how they would like to practice. But this is basically a very important point, that the fact that it is said that the vow of brahmachari does not mean that this practice is only for celibates. Brahmacharya can be practiced in a setting of a householder life without letting go of the marital and the couple life. So this is a very important point. And then having controlled the mind, thinking of me and balanced in mind. Let him sit, having me as his supreme goal. So thinking of me and having me as his supreme goal, me with a capital M, here means Lord Krishna, but not Lord Krishna, the person that Arjuna later on tells him, you are my friend, I saw you in like a person. It means Lord Krishna as the supreme reality, means contemplating God. And there was a very beautiful answer given by a prominent Vedanta teacher who was asked, because this verse says that meditation is basically the contemplation of God, nothing else. Thinking of me, the object of meditation, is God. Can an atheist practice yoga? Meditation, can an atheist reach the supreme knowledge? And this teacher answered very, very beautifully. She said like this: if the person is saying, I do not believe in God, you show me why you believe and what is this God of yours, then this person can practice, no problem, because they don't have the original faith, but they have this curiosity and they have the desire and willingness. They're open to the idea that there is something that they can learn about God. But if the person is saying, absolutely, there is no God, nothing like this, and you cannot convince me otherwise, then this person will have a very, very great difficulty practicing, because the practice of meditation is contemplation of God. Having said that, we need to keep in mind that each connect with God in our own individual way. The paths are many and the truth is one. It doesn't mean that if you're a Vaishnava, meaning you follow traditions of Lord Krishna, you can meditate, but if you're a Shaivite, you worship Lord Shiva, you cannot do this practice here because Lord Krishna says, thinking of me. This is not the point. The paths are many, the truth is one. Whatever your religion, whatever your tradition, whatever your concept of God is, provided that you are following principles of righteousness, that you are practicing yamas and niyamas and not using this practice to hurt others, and the aim is to grow in knowledge, to purify the mind, and to realize the ultimate supreme self. The paths are many, but the truth is one. There is only one ultimate supreme self. Then you can practice and you will reach the knowledge and your practice will be fruitful. So with that in mind, we can continue to the other principles of the practice, and this we will do in the next video. Please join us. Om Shanti.